and they hear something they never heard before, like what you're playing, or say violin or guitar or bass, and that's what we did in some what we do in some places. We rehearse, and I always make sure that basic patterns of the accompaniment of say binal, you need to learn that, and then once you learn it, you can improvise. I don't because because in playing music as a musician, you have to improvise. But to me, I can always improvise, but there is a limit. I know what I do that is not questionable by my own people.
Right.
So I have to be very careful not to play rhythms that is not recognizable in kulintang music.
Got it. So it has to be recognizable and has to retain its integrity.
So Royal asked me, said, Danny, look at my videotape and please make a comment. So that was in UP. Big groups of players, and then there's a guy playing kulintang, but they just made up. There's no relationship with any traditional rhythms of the kulintang. It's totally out of context if we think about kulintang, because if you play kulintang and you don't know the traditional, at least something there recognizable. People can say, oh, I can recognize like playing binari or doing or sinulo or tito or so. But the guy just
going.
no. So I told Royal, said, to be honest with Royal, you're asking me, what that guy is doing is an insult to me, an insult to my culture. So please tell him not to do that. And these are Filipinos, younger Filipinos. They don't have a respect to the tradition, because if you think about the relationship between the Muslims in Mindanao and the Christians in the North, when they found out that you are from Mindanao, they say, oh, Murus. These people would cut your neck if you become their enemies. So they put us like we're what do you call it? Savage people. Because of the history the Spaniards convinced them to believe. So how can also the Spaniards appreciate people they never conquered? And it is us. We have never been conquered. Any American, any foreigners, until now we're still fighting for our own rights. So when they hear of kulintang music of the Murus are uneducated, savage people, no education. Those are the kind of categories they cook you in. And yet, they are the one also bastardize our tradition. They go to America and pretend that they are knowledgeable, they are professional musicians of this, because they think that people listening, they know nothing about what they're doing. And I can even cite the people who do it. But I don't have to question them, because I know where they came from. They go to Thailand, do something there, telling people what this is. The way we Filipinos play, because we are Filipinos, we represent the culture of the Filipinos, but those are the people in the North.
Misrepresenting it.
So, in America, when people kind of found out that they're here to play the traditional, the Filipinos are a little bit reluctant to brag what they learned about the tradition.
But do you find that there are competent kulintang musicians in the U.S. or abroad that are able
People
to
in the
retain
United States, see when Bayanihan was there, all these people in Seattle, Washington, at the University of Washington, they gathered and asked me to come and see the Bayanihan performance. I was there. They do this certain song where they dance, everybody, Danny, are they doing well? Everybody's sleeping. I said, I will talk to you after.
Yeah.
I said, what they did, what you have seen is all
Wrong.
out of context.
Unconscious.
But if it is Spanish, yes, fine, that is their strength. But not the dances and music of my people. So, of course, I have to tell him the truth.
Yes.
Based on my own personal observation, I meet the director, the choreographer. Said, Danny, when are you going back to the Philippines? Please help us. We are just making up our own music. Nobody is helping us there. Can we find musicians there? I said, tons of them, but you cannot find on the yellow page or on the telephone directory because they are not there. But ask around because even if you know that the musician, the guy is from Mindanao, the tendency don't promote people. You think they are savage. So anyway.
That's important.